All right, so these are the homework questions you had that were due yesterday on Tuesday. I know there's some glare issues. Hopefully, it's not so bad that you can't see it, but we'll do our best here. So number one basically said if you have this function f of x equals mx plus b, which is just generic slope-intercept form. Instead of saying y equals mx plus b, they say f of x, but it's the same thing. They said, what happens when b changes? Well, when b changes, you'll have a translation. Okay, when your y-intercept changes, it's either going to translate up or it's going to translate down. I didn't mention this, and I probably should have yesterday. It's not the end of the world. But this function right here, f of x equals x, which occurs several times in the homework, it has a special name. It's called the parent function. Essentially, it's the most basic form that you can get. Other graphs have parent functions as well, like f of x equals x squared is a parent function, f of x equals x cubed, f of x equals the absolute value of x. All those are parent functions. And this means it's just the most simple version of that type of graph. But anyway, the slope is 1 in both spots, so there's no rotation or there's no reflection. But the y-intercept goes from 0 to -4, so we have a translation down 4 units. Sorry, my marker's going out. I've thrown away 3 of them just to find this one that halfway worked. But we have our parent function again. The slope is 1 in both spots, so again, it's not rotating or it's not reflecting. But it goes from +0 to +2, so that means we have a translation up 2 units. Parent function again. This time the slope did change. It went from a +1, of course there's a ninja 1 there, from a +1 to a +1/4. So it stayed positive, so there was no reflection, but it did go from kind of this 45-degree angle to this angle. So there is a rotation that occurs there. The y-intercept stayed the same, +0 and +0, so it didn't translate up or down at all. Here, the slope changes and the y-intercept doesn't, so we're not going to shift or translate, but 2x, and it's going to rotate a little bit steeper. So once again, we have a rotation that occurs in number 9. In numbers 11 and 13, you were supposed to rewrite the g of x, and you were supposed to make a reflection occur. I think I'm saying that right. Write the function g of x to describe the new graph. Okay, reflection. So reflection will be the opposite slope. So right now the slope is -1/5, so we would get g of x equals +1/5 x. Here our slope is +1/3, so after we reflect it, we'll get -1/3 x, and of course the y-intercept will stay the same. In 15 and 17, we're back to talking about what transformations occur. Well, here we have a slope of 1 to 2, so that was a rotation. And then the y-intercept went from +0 to -2, so that would be a translation down 2 units. Here we have a slope from -1 to -4. So again, that's a rotation. And then it goes from -1 to +0. So that is actually a translation up 1 unit. Okay. This should already be in Google Classroom, but your new homework will be section 5-9, and this time we'll do 2 through 18, just the evens. So it should be the same type of problems. All right, see you guys on Thursday. Hope you had a good one.